year, I put down these coffee bags from a local roastery to try to keep some of the weeds down. We have such bad thistles. They come up everywhere. It's even growing through the coffee bag over there. So I like to lay it down back here so that way when we come to turn the hose on, which is right there, that we don't have to step on thistles. So I'm gonna lay down some mulch to help with that. Laid down, and I figure while I'm out here I'll just give you like a springtime garden tour. There's not a whole lot growing in the garden right now. So starting from my porch, you walk out, it's kind of windy today, but we have the first bed I just filled up with soil. We come over to the second bed, we got the lavender growing back from the winter time, just starting to turn green. I can see some of my creeping thyme coming back, growing back here, and a little bit over here. I'm not sure if I will be keeping those lavenders in that area. I might move them to the backyard along our fence line so that it will kind of line our alleyway fence line. But they are coming back in nicely, so I'll probably do that soon. The next bed I have here, I've planted some broccoli and cauliflower starts in. I do have some little starts coming up from last year. I think that those are the toothache plant coming up. And then I also have a chamomile over there that has been sprouted since I uncovered the bed, so that's fun. These actually might be lavenders. I had the bed covered with lavender during the winter time, so it might be seeds from the flowers of the lavender plant, but we'll see when they come up. And then over here we have my potatoes, and we've got one hollyhock right here, which looks like it's coming back nicely. Something's been eating it as usual, but need to put some hay down on these as they start to grow. They're growing really a lot right now. And then we've got some Swiss chard down on the end that I planted last year. I do have some calendula coming up right here. And then to my right, we have this bed. This is my beautiful sage plant. It's coming back after the winter. And then I've planted some broccoli and cabbage and some cauliflower in this bed, although a lot of my starts did not make it. The wind whipped them around too much and they broke off. So over here, I've planted radishes. I have some beets coming up here, a few sunflowers from years before. I'm gonna pull this one out actually. It's too close for these are beets. It's too close for my beets. And then my carrots are finally sprouting. It's starting to rain. I planted peas along here and they're coming up nicely. I actually planted some peas over here that are just now coming up. We can see some right here. And then down here I have my kohlrabi planted, which look like they're doing great. And my garlic chives, which is about to flower. I'm so excited about that. It's never flowered for me before, so it must be really happy. Over here in this bed by where we mulched, I pulled out some echinacea starts here from my in-laws. And these are all echinacea plants coming back. I've got my butterfly bush back here coming back beautifully. My roses, and then again thorns, but I've got a lavender here, and then this is all calendula coming up. I did try to plant a couple cabbages over here and only one survived, so we'll see what else will survive here. This is kind of my perennial bed at this point. Just trying to keep things happy and alive over here. And then in this bed I planted some Swiss chard here that is coming up nicely, and then I've got some dill weed coming up from last season, along with some other things like sunflowers coming up. But here are some broccoli plants that I started out here a couple weeks ago. They look like they're doing okay, besides some pests are getting into them, but they'll survive. They'll be strong. And then I've got peas on the other side of this trellis here. They look like they're coming up happily. As we move to this bed, we've got oregano going strong here. I might cut that back and dry that for some tea. And then this is my garlic, which I did not do a very good job on this year. Usually I have way more than one bed, but it is what it is. Over here, I haven't planted anything in this bed yet, so these are all volunteers. I have a few sunflowers already popping up. There's a potato and another sunflower over here. I think I have some more sunflowers down there trying to grow, and then that's a really pretty lavender that I have going every year. So for the most part, we have just a little bit of everything coming up right now. Nothing really mature yet. But this is what my spring garden looks like. Kind of a bummer when you look at the forecast, plan a whole outdoor work day, and then it rains. So this is the end of my work for now, and look forward to seeing you guys.